Welcome, Viking Warriors, to Geek Salad Retro Movie Reviews from Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And tonight we are concluding our month-long look at the Predator movies with our look at the most currently released Predator movie, Predator Killer of Killers, which was released directly to Hulu and is the first animated Predator movie.
Not to be confused with Predator Lover of Lovers.
It's interesting, too, that we're doing it this week because yesterday they just dropped the Predator Badlands trailer.
Yeah.
Also directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who co-directed this and directed Prey, which we talked about last week. So, kind of interesting. Real quick, before we get into Killer of Killers, what were your thoughts on the Badlands trailer?
I thought it looked fantastic. I like how they've got Elle Fanning in there to kind of add not really a human perspective, though it is, but kind of being our voice, but also adding some levity, because you can't have the Predator cracking jokes. That would just be wrong. But to have this android in there.
Right, exactly. Especially if this, I feel like if this is not going to end up being like a super ham-handed way to tie Alien and Predator together, because you saw the Weyland-Yutani logo right behind her.
Yeah.
And we know, she's a synthetic being that's in the trailer.
Yeah, and right there, like when she wakes up, the first thing you see her in that pod, and right in the bottom it says Weyland-Yutani Bioweapons Division.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and the beauty of this too is that it is actually going to be a theatrically released Predator movie. Yeah. Whereas Prey, like a limited release after its initial release, but
and actually there are a couple of things in this trailer that do tie into stuff we see in Killer of Killers.
Yes, indeed. So let's talk a little bit about Killer of Killers. Obviously, this is the first time that either of us had watched it. It just launched. What was the release date on this? I'm pulling up the release date. I think it was like sometime earlier
June
this
6th.
year. What's that?
June 6th.
June 6th. Okay, so this summer.
Yeah, so literally a month and a half ago.
Right. Okay, so it really takes the retro out of the retro movie reviews.
Yeah, which is why I didn't put it on this one.
This was a weird one. It's almost weird to rate on a critical standpoint based on what we've been talking about for the last month.
Right. It's an anthology movie that isn't an anthology movie. It's an anthology movie where everything ties together at the very end.
Yeah.
And
I found, if I'm being 1,000% honest here, that was maybe the worst part of the movie, in my opinion. You know what? And here's the thing: I was getting such Attack of the Clones vibes off of the gladiatorial arena, the fact that the predators themselves are essentially chum to these monsters that they're bringing out, and it just, it's weird to say it came out of nowhere because we were getting little teases throughout the movie, but it felt like it came out of nowhere.
It was. I haven't seen like The Predator or Predators.
Neither have I.
And so I don't know if Ellen's from those movies kind of tie into this. This is definitely more of the Predator civilization and culture than we've ever gotten before, unless it's revealed in those movies.
Predators, I need to look it up now because I think Predators goes.
That was Adrian Brody, right?
Yes, The Predator does not. The Predator takes place on Earth.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
And I texted you last night or this morning saying like the first two segments, the Viking and the Japanese ones. I was like watching those. I felt like I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Shadows.
Yeah,
it was so cool. It was actually kind of cool. I enjoyed that part.
It felt, it definitely felt, in terms of the anthology aspect of it, it did feel like a video game, where you are playing as one of the main characters. You're playing as Ursa. You're playing as Torres. You're playing as, I gotta look up names now because I forgot.
Kiyoshi, I think.
Kiyoshi, yeah. You're playing as them, and you have to figure out how to defeat the Predator.
Sorry, Kenji. Kiyoshi was his brother.
Okay. And what's weird about that is I kind of feel like once we got through the Viking aspect of it, other than the change in time and the change in like cultural setting, the Japanese set and the Norway set were very similar. I kind of feel like they were both going on the same track. Whereas the World War II, it was kind of interesting to have to, to watch Torres have to take him from the air. Like, that's one thing I don't believe we have seen in a Predator movie.
It was
Predator pilot.
Yeah, it was kind of very cool to see like a Predator dogfight almost. But I actually completely disagree. I thought each segment had its own kind of flair in each feel. I mean, like, because in the Japanese one, I think there's like 4 lines of dialogue in the entire thing.
Yeah,
it was. Their father never had a line of dialogue, never had a single word.
Right.
It was all in looks and that one, because each one kind of had a different type of fight against the Predator. I mean, the Viking one was brute force.
Right.
Ninja was just about style and skill and using the weapons, and then, like we said, dogfight.
Okay, I can see that. I think, quite honestly, what this movie could have benefited from is different directors for each of the segments.
That would have been. It might have kind of amplified the differences in the different styles.
Yeah,
because the animation was the same, and that actually might have been interesting too, having like maybe a different style of animation.
And kind of like what they did with Star Wars
Visions
a few years ago, where they were doing that on Disney Plus, where they were like presenting different installments, telling stories of Star Wars but through different animated eyes. And essentially with this one, you've got Dan Trachtenberg and you've got Joshua Wasung, who I believe is the animation director.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like having one style. Having one style for the Viking, and then when they're showing her in the cell, it will go to like a different style, and that's the style that they would use during the final segment, the battle.
Right.
But yeah, having each one in a different style I think that would have been really interesting. It might have been more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why they didn't do it, because this one definitely seemed like. I believe the whole thing was animated with Unreal Engine 5.
It was.
So that probably helped keep things cost low.
Did. If I'm not mistaken, is Unreal what they were using for What If?
I would not at all surprise me, because this definitely looked very similar.
Yeah.
It has like almost like a hand painted. You could see like almost brush strokes on it. But it was all done by in the computer.
I don't know. First of all, I really enjoyed the Viking one because I actually I love that era, and the fact that Ursa is essentially killing fools with a shield.
Yeah,
it was really kind of cool, and the way that she was able to use her wits as she's essentially drowning.
Yeah.
To kill the Predator was really cool. Use its weapon against him. That weird, and that was weird too. like the Sonic punch.
Well,
and again, I brought this up last week about like the Predators are supposed to be these elite hunters, but it's like, of course they're elite hunters. They have superior firepower.
What I did find kind of cool is that, like, yeah, because that one is really just about, like, blasting, but it kind of felt like with each progressive one, like, yeah, the technology of the humans advanced, but the technology of the Predators advanced as well. I mean, same going back to Prey,
right?
He didn't he didn't have a laser cannon. He would like shoot these metal arrows basically.
Yeah.
So that was not nearly as advanced as stuff we saw in Predator 1 and 2.
Right. And then with the ship, with the giant harpoons.
Yeah.
That were just tearing, flyers apart. And Michael Biehn, by the way, he is now the third. He is the third person whose character has been killed by an alien, a predator, and a Terminator.
Oh shit! You're right. He's the main character, but I always forget that he's in Terminator 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Reese.
Yep. Bill Paxton and Lance Henriksen are the other two.
Yeah. I did. When I saw Michael Biehn was in the cast, I was like, "Oh shit! Are they going to bring in Hicks?"
No.
Nope. Say that Alien 3 never existed, and that the Predators actually captured Hicks from the ship. And it's like, that'd be cool, but damn it, no. Yeah. He just it was a pilot captain that got it beheaded.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing too that kind of, I don't know if it rubbed me the wrong way, or it's just like it seemed kind of out of character for everything that we have watched up to this point, that they are collecting the people who defeated the Predators.
Yeah,
realistically, it makes perfect sense.
Yes, it does, especially since Killer of Killers.
Right. But at the same time, think about Predator 2.
Yeah, and Predator 1.
Literally in the ship. Yeah. He is surrounded by predators. Then they hand him an old gun to walk off. It's like,
I mean, in
you
fairness,
are too old for this shit. And then they just walk off.
In fairness, it was Danny Glover.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think they didn't get They didn't get Dutch because he didn't actually kill the Predator. The Predator kind of killed himself.
Yeah. Well, so even though there's speculation that, if you freeze frame, which I'm not going to do, you can see Dutch, you can see Adrian Brody, and we definitely got that shot of Naru, which kind of at the very least pays off it pays off that end credit drawing.
Oh yeah, and it also answered a big question, so exactly how did the Predators get that gun back, and I mean, how did they get that gun, and what happened to how did that deal with Naru? Now we know
that damn gun has been around. It won't go away.
And that's why the Predators just gave it to us. It's like, really, he got beaten by you. You have this gun that's been laying around a shelf for 300 years.
You got one shot with it. Enjoy.
Yeah, we're done with you. Go away.
With that said, though, if we're dealing with the Trachtenberg verse here, it would be interesting to get Naru back in Badlands.
Yeah, I mean,
even if it's at the very, very end, because we're still dealing with a runt predator.
Yeah, if Trachtenberg is kind of setting up his own kind of mini universe here, you could see Kenji, you could see Torres, you could see what's her name on you Ursa, yes. You could see Ursa show up, you could see Naru. They're all kind of fair game.
They hire actors that even though they weren't the voice actors, that look just like them.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible because I mean, look at what James Gunn is doing with like Frank Grillo voicing the character on
Yep.
an anime show and then popping up in the movie.
Right.
So you never know what they're going to be doing with these characters now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
It'd be interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how this whole thing ties together.
Mm.
Overall, I mean, this was fun for what it was. It really, it's been 3 years, but it still kind of feels like a quickie.
Mm.
Kind of like a quickie response to Prey. If we're going to continue moving around time, which I am 100% fine with, I don't mind that. I'd love to see another live action that actually takes place somewhere in the past.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm
just trying to think of a really good time in like global, history that would really pay that off.
I mean, if you're going with Assassin's Creed games, we kick dogs. No,
yep.
No, we don't. We don't kick dogs. We love dogs. We're just really annoyed with them right now. I mean, my favorite Assassin's Creed game is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So seeing you got one of the cast trying. Oh,
yeah, it's Pippin. There's screens there. Don't worry about it.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, seeing a Predator trying to deal with Spartan and Athenian warriors during the Peloponnesian War, how cool would that be?
Or even having a Predator end up in the, a completely unarmed Predator ending up in the Roman Colosseum could be cool.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, go full gladiator there.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw a tiger at him, he just tears it in half. Or I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That doesn't look obscene at all.
Still looks better on the was it the first Predator where it really didn't look like it looked like something that I'm not gonna say.
Yep. And that's one thing also, just in terms of overall art direction I enjoyed about this movie and Prey was the more primitive looking helmets. They weren't full, with the, the air hoses and all that stuff. You could actually see their tendrils like through, which, moots that whole thing that we saw in Predator 2 where it actually needed oxygen, like occasionally, which I'm fine with, Yeah,
well, no. Again, he was having trouble with Danny Glover. So maybe he was a little bit of a...
Exactly. Don't make me go on my hunt.
I was going to say maybe his lung had been injured. So
I'm not offended. So...
don't get me wrong. I do actually enjoy Predator 2, but it's Danny Glover.
Yeah,
he has problems with Mel Gibson. So I mean,
true. Different studio. But yeah, overall, this was a weird one to rate. And I don't think it has anything to do with the. I think it's more just. I think my pocket review would be. It's well made. There's a lot of good ideas there. It at this point in this franchise, it feels out of place. Even though, I mean, technically speaking, it's only the second in the Trachtenberg verse. It is. I've lost track of how many Predator movies, including the Alien versus Predator movies, there are in this span.
I think if you include this one, there are 5 Predator movies, and there are 7 if you include VVP.
So there's a lot here. So this does feel out of place in that.
Well, so I mean, honestly, this is like normally we're okay. We're pretty close with our opinions. I really, really enjoyed this one. This one actually might be my favorite of the month.
Oh, good. I love Prey. I think Prey is my favorite thus far of this grouping. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy this. I had a lot of narrative issues with this movie, but it doesn't mean it was a bad movie. No. I mean, and realistically, I hate to say, with the short running time, it barely qualifies as a movie. Hulu could have easily released 4 separate episodes.
Yeah, I mean the final one was definitely the longest of them all, but
which was weird.
It was, yeah. I think that one was like half hour. All the others were like 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Yeah.
The whole movie runs an hour 25.
Yeah. So it went by nice. The segment part kind of helped keep it moving at a really nice clip, I thought. So
I found it interesting that you and I both kind of like stopped to take our break at the same time. We both kind of watched the Viking one and the Japanese one, and then I watched about, I think, 5 minutes of the World War II one before I took my break. But that's pretty much midpoint on the movie. So. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Overall, this was a fun little escape.
Yeah.
For a bit, I wouldn't honestly mind doing more Schwarzenegger movies next summer. Like we go back and look at some of between Total Recall and The Running Man.
Yeah.
And hell, even the 2 Terminator movies. I mean, you've got plenty to work with there.
Yeah. Or go for touch on his comedic son with twins.
Oh, maybe next year. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So now we want to know: have you seen Predator: Killer of Killers, and where does it rank within your run of all the Predator movies? Feel free to or not include the versus Alien movies. I'll leave that completely up to you. So leave that polite comment below. Don't forget, folks, it's the thumbs. I got 2 of them. You only need to give us 1 thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button too. And thank you. And follow us on the socials. We are Geek Salad Podcast on Facebook and at Geek Salad Radio at .bsky whatever. And we will be back next week. We did kind of realize that we didn't completely run out of July yet.
Right. So
we're going to try to get one more in.
Yeah. Not a Predator movie though. We have a surprise.
Right. So we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure out timing and all that fun stuff. But with that said, and also check out our podcast, Geek Salad. We can get wherever you get your podcasts. If you haven't listened yet to our discontinued food episode, for the love of God, go listen to that. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun re-listening to it. And so, definitely check that out. But until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
Go forth and be nerdful. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.